Hey guys, so continuation of the last video, let's create our unauth stack and the app stack. So let's change this to unauth stack, app stack. So let's create an unauth stack over here. Let's call this unauth stack dot tsx and app stack dot tsx. This should be tsx. Okay, so in the unauth stack, what we'll do is we'll create a drawer navigation. So const unauth stack is equal to create drawer navigator. So as you have seen before, in our drawer navigator we had in the unauth stack a home screen, and after the home screen we had a login. So login screen, we can pass in the login screen that we have created and the sign up. Let's pass in the sign up screen that we have created, and the home screen, just for now we'll just say login over here. We'll see what's happening, if it's working or not. Later on we'll be creating our stack navigator over here and the tab navigator. Let's copy this thing over. Let's pass this to app stack navigator. Okay, so that was not copied properly. Okay, over here we'll call this app stack, and we won't be having login or sign up, just home. So in our app container, let's import this over here. I think we need to export it as well. So export default app stack. Unauth stack over here. Export default unauth stack. And let's import it over here. Let's take a look. I think okay, it's already running behind, so let's open up my device over here. Now you can see a drawer navigation. So if you drag from the side, we can see a drawer navigation, login screen over here, sign up as well. So in our home tab, what we have actually done was, you can see here in the unauth stack, we have said login screen. That's why we are seeing a login screen over here in the home tab as well. So now if you want to, we can switch to the unauth stack. So if you press the login button, now we have taken to the app stack. If you drag over here, you can see only home tab over here. This is like, you can't see if it's changing or not because we have said login screen. Let's change this to sign up and you can see now properly. Then you can see okay, now we are in the unauth stack login. Now we're taken to the app stack and the sign up screen. So what we'll do is we'll create the stack container. So let's create the stack container in the unauth stack. So let's say const home stack navigation. We'll call it navigation equal to create stack navigator, and inside the stack navigator we'll create an home tab navigator. So we'll just call it home over here. Let's see, let's create another tab navigator over here. Const home tab navigator. It should be bottom tab navigator. That's the new API for us for creating the tab. So inside our tab navigator, what we'll have is the poll tab and the profile as well. Just for now, we'll just pass in sign up screens over here. We'll create our poll and profile tab later on. Sign up screen. Okay, let's pass in the home tab navigator. Let's pass in the home stack navigator over here. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, the sign up screen. Now we are getting the header as well, so we can pass in the poll header over here if you want to. Let's drag over here. You can see login and sign up. Let's log into we need to create the same stacks in our app stack as well, and the difference in our app stack is, for example, in our app stack we'll be having the poll and profile, and the unauthorized stack will just have the poll stack over here, I mean the poll screen. So it's better, I think we'll extract this away and we'll switch between these two screens by passing in a argument. That's better. So let's abstract this tab navigator away, and also let's create our poll screen first. So let's say poll screen tsx and profile screen.tsx. Let's copy this thing over. Let's copy login. Paste in the profile as well. Paste in the poll screen. Let's change this to poll screen, and over here we'll export this as well, and we'll just change this to poll screen. Save that in our profile, same thing. Okay, so let's pass that in. So let's abstract it away, as I said before. In the unauthorized stack, we'll create a home stack navigator. .tsx, and also a tab navigator as well. So home tab navigator tsx. The unauthorized stack will get the stack navigator, import React. I don't think React is needed, I guess. Let's import that, and let's abstract the tab navigator as well. So we'll get the tab navigator here, over here. Okay. Okay, let's import our poll screen and the profile. Okay, so I'm not this should be stack navigator. Have I exported it? No. Let's call this navigator. Okay, so in our tab navigator as well, same thing, we need to export it as well. Okay, so we'll import our tab navigator over here. Here everything is okay, so we'll import our stack navigation, which needs to be navigator. Okay, so same thing in our app stack as well. Let's copy this thing over app stack. Okay, it's already done. So we'll pass in the home stack navigator. So what you'll do is we need to switch between the poll and profile between our app and auth. So what we can do is in our stack navigator, let's change this to a arrow function, and what we'll say is let's remove this thing, say return, and we'll say let's add in a bracket over here. Okay, and over here let's make this to a function. Let's create stack as our argument, and the stack type will be type stack is equal to its, we are switching between the unauth and app, so we can create a type like that. So unauth or app, so we can pass in the type for stack as well, stack, and we'll pass in the stack over here. So we have to create a function as well over for our tab navigator. So we are getting the stack, so this has the same type as well. So let's abstract that type away. Let's create a new folder, let's call it types, and we'll create new file, let's call it stack, I guess, .ts. Let's export type stack equal to, what was it, unauth or auth or app. Okay, so where was it? Let's remove this, import it from our types. I think I'll switch off my terminal over here, and in our tab navigator let's get the types. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to switch between the stack that we have received. So for example, if it's the unauth stack, we need to say we will only have the poll tab, and for the auth app stack we need to say we need both poll and profile. So we'll create a switch over here, pass in stack. So in the case app, right? So let's do unauth first, I guess that's better. So here TypeScript is giving us suggestions. So case unauth return, delete this, paste that thing over. This should be over here, and we'll say break, and for the case app, let's copy this thing over. Okay, so let's pass in break, and for app we'll have poll and profile, and for unauth we'll just have poll, and that's it. So over here what we are doing is we are we'll see our return type is navigation container. So navigation container. So back in our stack navigator as well, we'll say return type is navigation container. And we are passing in the stack. So initially over here in our app stack, what we will say is we'll make this to a function. So here you can see we are getting suggestions, auto suggestions, app or auth. So this is our app stack, so we'll say app, And for our unorth stack over here, we'll say unorth. So let's save everything up. Let's try to start our app again. Let's go back, open up my device. Okay, I need to close this thing. Seems like there's an error, most probably. Okay, I need to change this to local over here. I think that's better, so it'll bundle faster. Okay, it's bundling right now. Let's see. I might have missed some import React. That's most probably the error. Okay, now everything is working, I guess. So let's take a look in our tab. Okay, so if we go into our login, if we log in, now we are taken to poll and profile. And also what we need is we need to add in a button over here, and also we need to get the header based on the tabs we are changing, and we need to add in a logout button over here as well. So that is it guys for this video. In the next video we'll be adding the header and logout button as well, and we'll increase the font size of our tab as well. And thank you guys for watching.